My wife had me arrested. He's dangerous, she cried to the cops. At the station, I made my one call. The chief of police himself walked in. Release him, now. He stared at my wife. Ma'am, you just made a grave mistake. Who the hell did you think you were messing with? I'm still shaking as I write this. 3 days ago, I was handcuffed in my own driveway while my wife sobbed to the cops that I was dangerous. Today, she's the one facing charges. Let me explain. Saturday morning started normal. I was outside watering the garden when 3 police cruisers screeched into my driveway. Guns drawn. Hands up! I didn't argue, not with rifles pointed at my face. My wife Emma stood on our porch in her bathrobe, crying hysterically. He threatened to kill me last night. Please, I'm terrified. I was stunned. In 12 years of marriage, I'd never even raised my voice at her. But there she was, playing the victim like she'd rehearsed it. As they shoved me into the squad car, I caught her eye, and I knew. This wasn't a breakdown. This was planned. They took everything. Phone, wallet, watch. The booking officer muttered something about domestic threats. I stayed quiet and asked for my one phone call. I dialed a number I hadn't used in 6 years. This better be important, the voice answered. It's me. She finally did it. Silence. Then, where are you? County holding. Stay put. Click. 10 minutes later, the entire station went silent. Every cop suddenly stood straighter. The door opened, and in walked Police Chief Marcus Dalton himself, medals gleaming, expression like stone. He walked straight to the desk sergeant. Release him, now! The sergeant blinked. Sir, this is a domestic, now, and bring in the woman who made this complaint. They unlocked my cuffs with shaking hands. Chief Dalton turned to me. Wait in my car, I'll handle this. Then he looked at Emma and said coldly, Ma'am, you just made a grave mistake. Who the hell did you think you were messing with? I haven't always been a guy who waters gardens and drinks herbal tea. 12 years ago, I worked in Federal Intelligence, Financial Crimes Division. I tracked money trails that criminals thought were invisible. I had top-level clearance and connections everywhere. I left that life after a case nearly destroyed Chief Dalton's career. I saved him. He told me then, if you ever need anything, you call me. Doesn't matter when. Today, I called. Emma changed after I retired. She wanted more. Money, status, excitement. I noticed the signs. Late nights, locked phone, secret smiles. I didn't confront her. I watched, and I gathered evidence. She thought I didn't know about the bank account under her maiden name, or about Ryan, the real estate broker who picked her up in a leased Porsche, but I knew everything. Cheating hurt. But that wasn't enough for her. She wanted the house, my pension, everything. To get it, she needed me gone. A domestic violence charge would have made her divorce case easy. She just didn't know who she was dealing with. Chief Dalton had been investigating her for weeks, since I first called him with suspicions. He had photos of her and Ryan, bank records, everything. By sunrise, I was gone. Not angry, just gone. Every joint account closed. Assets transferred to a private trust she didn't know existed. Utilities shut off. Credit cards canceled. I left one thing on our dining table. A USB drive with copies of her messages, bank fraud, forged signatures on financial documents, and a note. You tried to bury me. You should have made sure I was dead. Emma walked into court thinking she was the victim. Her lawyer started with the sympathy card. Then my attorney played the evidence. The affair. The fraud. The fake police report. Witnesses testified that she'd coached neighbors to lie. Even Ryan testified. She'd told him I was weak and would die of heartbreak. The judge awarded me 80% of everything. Emma was charged with fraud and filing a false report. Restraining order granted. As we left, my attorney handed her one more envelope. A civil lawsuit for damages. She'd wanted a public execution. She got one, just not the way she planned. 6 months later, I'm living in a cabin upstate. Quiet, peaceful. Last week, my daughter showed up. Emma had turned her against me during the divorce, but she'd read the court transcripts. Mom lied about everything, she whispered. Dad, can I stay here a while? We sat by the fire with hot chocolate, watching snowfall. Not every war ends with fireworks. Sometimes justice whispers, and that's enough.